Hi Gemini, my name is Crystal with Salt City Tarot, and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading for October 2022. I hope you're having an awesome month so far. I am also going to be posting some mid-month as well, which is like obviously coming up. So let's go ahead and get started for you, Gemini. If you are interested in the reading, definitely hit the bell and like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And let's go ahead and get started on your reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For October, please. Straight off the bat, you got 10 of Pentacles. That's great energy, okay? Crossing you, and I'll get into this a little bit further, but crossing you, you've got a little bit of anxiety, probably about money, or something to do with your abundance. Coming in, recent past, looks like we've got some energy of feeling like you have to defend yourself against something, or maybe even feeling like you're being ganged up on by more than one person in your life. Could be family, could be partner, or just that you have to defend yourself with that Seven of Wands. Now, what's going on in the brain, right? What you've been thinking about, what you will be thinking about, is going to be this Eight of Swords, which we'll get into, and it's just kind of a feeling of like just being stuck, like feeling like you're stuck, or like that you can't move forward for some reason. And honestly, like a lot of people have felt that way for like the past at least month or so, especially with that previous like retrograde energy with Mars, or excuse me, with Mercury. I know Mars is actually going into retrograde. And I'm kind of feel like maybe it is. No, I think we get a little time without it. Okay, and now what is going on in the near future for Gemini? Holding back. Okay, so some of you guys might just be like saving, like holding on to money, finances, stuff like that. But some of you guys just like might be holding back in regards to a situation. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on under the surface for you guys. You have some two sevens so far. Seven of Swords energy. Okay, I'll get into that because I feel like there's a couple of different things. Because this card is typically like, it's not always a negative card or anything, and I don't feel like it's really a negative card here, but I do feel like there's a little bit of dishonesty, and I feel like either you are holding the truth from someone or someone else is holding the truth from you. So you're just like not, you're either like omitting the truth, or they are. But this is like, you know, under the surface, so I feel like that's probably something that's going on with you. It also could explain the seven here, where it's kind of like you're holding back, which also could be holding back conversation and things like that. Because what happens when we get the 8, when we go from the 7 to the 8 of Wands, it goes to like swift communication and things like that. So I do feel like there could be some holding back of communication in regards to a situation. That's what's coming. I mean, we've got that in the future and in the past. Well, in the future and in the past. There's also this feeling of being stuck going on, lots of anxiety. But then there's like the 10 of Pentacles in the middle. Some of you guys, for like 1% of you guys, have been dishonest in regards to money with someone. Could be your partner, friends, family, something like that, where somebody like probably, I'd never say this stuff ever, but if it comes out, I have to say it, because what if, you know, the person I need to talk, the message is meant for, I don't say it, and then like they just don't get that message, right? Then I'm not doing my job as a reader. So I do feel like for somebody out there, they have gotten away with a good bit of money, and they are holding on to it, and they don't know they were supposed to have it. They got it in like a way that they didn't necessarily earn it. Either you took it or you cheated to get it somehow, or something like that. So yeah, that's not every Gemini, sorry, that's super specific. But there's a lot of anxiety and stuff about it as well, and not feeling like you can move forward. So anyway, other than that, let's go ahead and pull some more, and we'll get to what's going on for like a lot of you other Geminis, okay? A lot of you guys are dealing with anxiety over a larger amount of money, or not having money, or having to deal with it. Wasn't you're like holding on to things in the near future? Let's see what's going on for like the rest of the reading though. I feel like I'm being bitten by a spider. Sorry. Like, oh my god. Like, normally I would just check it out, but I can't because you guys are watching. So let's go ahead and pull. So how are you feeling is the star, okay? So be sure that you are looking after yourself, okay, with this water here, because that's like always emotional energy. Make sure that you're putting that big pot of water into yourself, and this is what you're giving to other people. That way you're not draining yourself, draining your energy, things like that. But also with the star card, they are feeling really awesome. They have more than enough, okay? And they're also feeling probably pretty popular. This is also Aquarian energy. So there could be an Aquarian in the picture, okay? Sun, Moon, and Rising, or Venus. How do people see Gemini in the month of November? Oh gosh, something might happen in November, by the way. The month of October. So if I say it, then, but this is for October. So what's going on for Gemini in October? How do people see Gemini? Offering of Pentacles, okay? So there could also be a situation here for a lot of you guys that didn't like go knock off a bank or something. For those of you guys, you might be overwhelmed because you are getting somebody's getting a settlement as well, or like they're getting like something from their family, like if somebody passed, and if that's happened, I apologize. That's happened. But there is going to be an offer of a large amount of money that's going to be stressful for you, okay? And there is going to be a holding on to that financial situation, okay? You're not going to go out and like a Libra, like go out and like go shopping, or you know what I mean? Or like a Taurus, especially like a Taurus. Go out and just like go on shopping sprees. Like you're going to hold on to that. But there is an offer that's going to be coming in that's going to cause, that's going to be rewarding. I mean, we got to 10. The 10's the best you can get in tarot as far as money goes. But there's a lot of sleepless nights and things like that. I feel like you're thinking about things, like you're thinking about, you're up at night thinking about what am I going to do with it, or how. So I get this as well, for like somebody out there also has got, somebody out there also has got like, how do I word this? Like somebody left an amount of money, like your mother or your father has left you an amount of money, and didn't leave it money for other people in your family, okay? And so that's causing some like grief because you don't really know, like you haven't communicated that you have it, or that it's being gifted to you. I don't know that you have it right now, or you've just gotten it. Either you've just gotten it or it will come into you. But some people in your family didn't get it. Like there might be like a brother or a sister, or like another person in your family who did not get it. But you did, and you're like, it causes more stress than it like needs to, than it should for you, and you're feeling really kind of stuck and trapped with it. And so, but you do have, and some people, you know, somebody might know because you do have this Ace of Pentacles, okay? So somebody knows that there's been an offer. It's just that, like, I feel like it's causing some stress in your family or in your surroundings. So what's going on with with Gemini's hopes and fears, please? Hopes and fears for Gemini, please show me your hopes and fears. Okay, so we have the Magician. So this is all about manifesting, okay? So like definitely about a hope in this regard, okay? Because not really, I don't know anybody who's like, people could like be afraid of manifesting, but for the most part, people are definitely all about, taking time to create their own reality and things of that nature. So that's kind of like where you're at. And it looks like you've got at least financially something going on, but you might also want something, you might want something that creates other abundance, because there's other things, of course, in the world besides just having money. There's, plenty of other things that make people happy as well. And so take that however it resonates. Now, what is your outcome card for the month of October? For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Gemini, Sun. You have a lot of Pentacle energy though, so there's like a lot of energy around money, but there is a deception here under the surface. And it doesn't need to be like negative, but there's like a lot of holding back, a lot of deception, a lot of stress, a lot of situation with money. Kind of a balance here. Make sure that you're looking after yourself, with self-care and things like that. What's the outcome, please, for Gemini? We got, more money. If this is a cross watcher, wrangle up your Gemini because they're about to be real wealthy. Just kidding. But you guys do have a lot of money coming in though. So here is a Knight of Pentacles, an offer. For some of you guys, this is just gonna be like a job offer. Like you maybe. Sorry, there's so many different stories for you guys. There is another story that came into that, like somebody could have made a good bit of money. They lost their job. They were like saving money. And people see you as like somebody who like is like waiting to have something come in, some offer come in, so that you're able to have stability and have a job and all of that. But that is actually coming in as just a slower moving horse, and so keep applying to jobs if that's what you're doing, and it will be coming into you. Okay. November 14th is a date that stands out, so that might be something to mark on your calendar. We do have I'm doing this reading during the Aries full moon, but also there is an eclipse coming in. So if you want to manifest anything, be sure that you, so I'm not sure if you do anything with like moon water ever, but if you do not, one thing to do during an eclipse is similar to moon water or moon whatever. You can put out wine. I was just talking to a friend about this earlier. You could put out wine. You could put out, whiskey if you wanted to. You could put out juice. But most people put out water. Okay, so let's just like keep it there. Keep it simple. Or if I listed anything, if you think of anything that's like you could put it outside. I could go on about this for a minute. So. But I'm not going to. So essentially during the eclipse, it's similar to when you have a full moon, but it's eclipse energy. And so it's just like that eclipse energy is of course releasing things and inviting new things in. So if you put out your the water during the eclipse, you're going to get supercharged water, wine, whatever, and you will be able to utilize that during that time. So if you want something to come in and you kind of want to speed up the process, that is an option that you can do. You don't need to have a full moon for that to happen or an eclipse. You could also just do any kind of manifestation at any point in time as well. It just kind of, depends on what you'd like to do. Just like during full moons and eclipses and stuff like that, you'll find I've even done it during like new moons and stuff like that, just to kind of invite in, energy as you go. So anyway, let's clarify for Gemini, the Knight of Pentacles, please. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. So High Priestess we have here. This is Sagittarian energy, but it's also making sure that you're utilizing your emotions, which I'm sure that I'd say that like Gemini, because you're air signs, just like Libra and Aquarius, like you guys aren't like all up in your feelings like water signs like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But in the month of October, you might have just a thing or two kind of come in and alongside this like kind of anxiety situation, it's not a bad month at all. There's just a lot of like feelings of stagnant energy and things of that nature, which will change. But be sure that you are weighing your emotions with your logic. So, and just kind of approach things in that way, and do be sure that you're looking after your intuition as well with this High Priestess follow-up card here to the Knight of Pentacles. So if you are looking for some abundance that's coming in, and it could also be like an earth sign person, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, that kind of comes in and is like, hey, like I know a situation here that could help, you know, with like money or abundance or whatever it is that you're looking for. So hang on just one second here. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, bear with me just a second. Hopefully this doesn't... Okay, so... Okay, 2 cards came out, so we're just going to take them both. So Strength and Creation. Some of you guys too, like, I'm hearing start your own business. So if you have been thinking about starting your own business, especially because that Magician's there, like you're wanting to manifest, and there's all this money that's coming in, there's lots of like anxiety and stuff like that, holding back, feeling stuck. So like, yeah, there's definitely that kind of undertone with this as well. Do be sure that you're using your intuition in regards to that. So like, the universe will be, especially with like the eclipse energy here as well, like that's going to be coming in on the 25th of October. And then the full moon in almost at Aquarius in Aries, it's going to be like pushing everyone toward their correct path and where they need to go and what they need to be doing. Okay, I've noticed there's like a lot less going on for people in the department of like love and relationships than I've seen in previous months doing reading tarot. And I feel like it's because energy for a lot of everyone is similar and like in the same kind of space right now. So, but you got the Strength and the Creation card. Okay, this isn't, then this could, it doesn't super give me the energy of the Strength card in the regular tarot, but it's like more literal, I want to say, in a way. You also might be, like 1% of you guys, or 10%, whatever, like somebody might be moving to like the Midwest, okay, as well. But that's to like help you move out of like the energy of this anxiety. Like say that like somebody, so I'm getting the word Todd, like the name Todd, okay, or like Thomas, Thomas, and Todd. Also Denver is coming to mind. There's like Denver, and then I'm getting like some Littleton. Anything else? Somebody's like dealing with something in Montana as well. Somebody's also going to ask for your help about something. Okay. And then as far as the creation goes, you will be creating your own reality. Whatever this is like you're going to become unstoppable. I'm going to go over this other card with you really quick. This 8 that's on your mind, I brought this up earlier. I want to mention this because see how this woman's like, she's tied, she's got the swords around her, she has her castle in the background, she has a blindfold on. So with this card, it's like you really have to sort out how to get this blindfold off, wiggle out of this tie here, and then you will notice that you don't have an ocean in front of you, you just have like a little puddle, and it is emotion, okay, because it's water. Swords are all about, it's air, you know, but it's all about knowledge, it's all about wisdom, it's all about fairness and things of that nature. So, and then balancing things out and making accurate decisions is what I'm hearing as well. But once you're able to take this blindfold off, you'll be able to see that you're not surrounded by swords. They're not behind you, they're not in front of you. They're just right next to you. So they're just there as guides, you know, to like walk you through the situation and to take you there and to lead you in that direction. This puddle here is not very much. It's not nearly as big as like a whole bunch of water that you would have, and you don't have a ton, other than in the High Priestess and then the Star card. Okay, so just be sure that you're balancing out your needs and you're looking after yourself and dealing with like self-care in the month of October. But once you take this off, you'll notice that like this actually it's an emotional situation that you feel like is a way bigger of a situation than it actually is. And I can hear somebody saying, bullshit. Trust me, get through this time frame around November 14th and then we'll talk about it, okay? But again, you have to be the person to move yourself out of the situation, okay? There's nobody around her but her. She's the only one who can take herself out of the situation, okay? And this is what's going on in your head. So you are feeling stuck in the brain. You're also like holding back in the future. Let me see, why is Gemini holding back in the future for October 2022? Show me Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, because you're suspicious about something. Okay, you don't feel like you can trust something, and that's exactly what was going on in the past. You're holding yourself captive in this energy, okay? And you're not gonna be able to leave this energy until you get out of your own head, until you take that first step forward, until you take the blindfold off, until you wiggle out of this here and realize that like you are in charge of you create your own reality. Okay, every single day, that's what you do. It might not seem that way, but in order for you to get out of this energy, the best thing that you can possibly do is to take that first step forward, okay? And to try to see things for what they really are, how they really are. For some of you guys, not sure if you've ever done it before, okay? But there's something about spending time in a cemetery. And I know that some of you guys, like I said earlier, somebody is dealing with the possible passing of someone. I don't have a death card or anything on the table. I do read it intuitively, and I do channel. So when that happens, you know, I can go over things a little bit deeper. But either way, even if you didn't have someone pass away, like spending time somewhere that is quiet, that there are not a lot of people around, and you can really be within yourself, within your thoughts, even if you like go for a walk in the forest, or if you go for a hike in the mountains, or whatever it is, going somewhere where there's no other people's energy but your own, okay? Because there's no energy of people in cemeteries because everyone's passed, right? Unless they're like people passing through. Get yourself some lunch. Bring yourself a pad of paper and a pen and go sit in a cemetery somewhere and write your thoughts down. Just like write down whatever comes to mind. Just anything. And in that time that you spend writing things down, okay, uninterrupted writing, just like take like 10 minutes to just completely write something out. And then in that time frame, set it down, take a minute, have your lunch, or just like look around and reread it. There you'll find your answer. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Very, very specific for you guys. Can I get one other oracle card, please, for Gemini? Sun, Moon, and Rising. Because you just haven't had time. You're like so trapped in your own head and feeling so stuck to like you don't feel like you can free yourself whatsoever. Somebody maybe even taking you for a ride. Somebody even, I hear also, oof, I'm sorry for whoever this happened to. So many different stories, and I'm sorry, but there's a lot of you guys watching, so when I channel something, I'm going to mention it. The person, Belinda, who, Belinda or Linda, look at like people, something to do with a Chelsea too is coming through. Anybody else? There's like so many. Once you open the floodgates, doing readings for thousands of people, you get thousands of things coming in. Somebody took advantage of someone, okay? I feel like whoever Linda or Belinda or Brenda or whatever is, Um, I feel like whether it was you or the person that you were dealing with, somebody took advantage of you, like financially. This is very specific, and I'm sorry. Sometimes we get real. I haven't. You guys are the first reading so far. I've done 6 already that I've gotten this many specific messages for, but somebody took like your retirement or like your savings or something, okay, and that you are feeling very suspicious about. You're feeling like your guard is up. You're feeling very guilty about it. You're feeling like you've done something wrong. You didn't, unless you were the one that actually took it. But if you trusted somebody in the past and they took advantage of you, I feel like something could have to do with like a GoFundMe too. And somebody took advantage of you, like, don't blame yourself, because that happens to everybody. Like, sometimes people just have good hearts and they get taken advantage of, you know. But if you hold on to it forever, you know, like, you won't be free. You know, you won't be able to be free. So, sorry there's so many different messages once again. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle really quick. Okay. Somebody has a Chihuahua, or they're from Chihuahua. Alright, show me, please. This is love and compassion. So I feel like this is like, it might be like you have love and passion, of course, coming in. I do feel like you do have that. But I feel like there's a lot of like feeling really like you have to hold back and that you don't trust and that, you know, you can't move forward from something. There's this deception. But, you know, be sure, like I said earlier, that you're just giving yourself buy yourself some flowers if you have any, you know, if you can spend even like a couple of dollars to do that, you know what I mean? Or take yourself out if you can afford it, right? Because like somebody's going through a really great time financially, and somebody's going through a really terrible time financially, okay? But love and compassion, okay? And I feel like this is the message for you to give yourself love and compassion, okay? That water here is all emotion. Water is emotion in tarot, and here's some here, okay? So be sure that you're giving yourself this big batch, and this goes to others, okay? I'm not trying to say like be narcissistic or anything like that, but there are times when we need to give ourselves a little extra love, and this is the time for you. And here is the oracle that came out. Sometimes I just have to shuffle and shuffle until spirit tells me it's ready. I don't really typically say spirit because like everybody has their own definition of what that is. And so yeah, like that, but it had to come out that way. And I feel like everything is going to move in a great direction, especially if you just like keep up with have the strength to continue, and trust yourself. Trust yourself again. I'm hearing, learn to trust yourself again. Let's do one more. Sorry, this is a little long. I feel like I want one more for the outcome, please. One more card for the outcome, please. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising for October. Breathe. So, forest. Did I not say earlier? Go out into the forest. Go out into nature. Go out into somewhere. Go out where there's no humans. And declutter. De-stress. Decompress. Okay. So take the time, and look, it's fall now too, so that's really pretty. This is about, I'm sure, what it looks like. Unless you're not in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it probably doesn't look this way. But yeah, take the time that you need. Something is coming. Something's going on for Christine as well. So let me explain this really quick, and then I'll let you guys go for a minute. But when I channel things, like, you just, once the floodgate opens, it's like you get like the craziest, like you'll just get loud, like it's like somebody screaming in your ear almost. You're like, ah, and it won't go away until you like say it and you make it known. Otherwise it'll just be continuously there, and it's very distracting if you're reading. So I always try to make sure that I let you guys know. Also, I am a vessel for what I'm doing. for you guys to convey the messages that you need. And if I don't communicate the messages that you need, then I am not doing my job right. I'm not doing what I need to be doing, to be honest, as a tarot reader, right? So that is something that I wouldn't feel comfortable with. I want to make sure that I communicate exactly what's going on, what messages I'm getting accurately when they come in. Okay, and to who needs to hear them. Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys, and I will put out your bi-monthly, which is going to be soon because it's already like the 9th, so it'll be shortly. And I hope you guys have a great one. Keep your heads up. Give yourself time to breathe, because interestingly too, like, while I've been reading your cards, I've been feeling like I couldn't breathe. I feel very like someone's sitting on my chest. There's a lot of anxiety, okay, about a situation. Okay, so give yourself that time to breathe, and I hope that I see you again for your mid-months, and also I hope that you guys subscribe. I hope it resonated, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your month. Take good care. Bye, Gemini.